Hey there, everyone. How are you, ladies?
Good.
Good.
Hi.
All right, this is Seven Core Wellness Coaches Chat. This is episode number 5. We are continuing the conversation on wellness that we had after the last episode. I'm Ginger Simas, founder, CEO, and Healthy Habits coach.
I'm Sarah Jennings, and I'm one of your Healthy Habits coaches.
I'm Veronica Garces. I'm also one of your Healthy Habits coaches.
All right, like I said, we started the conversation last week of talking about what this world wellness, what it means to us. And, just kind of sort of recapping a little bit, wellness has got so many different parts to it and it's very individualized. For myself, I know with wellness, like it's part of like, knowing when things aren't feeling right, what is kind of causing that and how I can tweak it. I don't want to have any regret later of like, why didn't I try? Sarah was bringing up about the fact that you can, just because you have with working on your wellness or in that doesn't mean that you aren't well, that you won't get sick, but you can still have good wellness while you're sick.
Yeah, I agree. The wellness it's a journey, right? We talked about that, and it's really this ongoing journey. It's, there's no finite end to our wellness because we can always be working towards optimal health, right? We can always be working to be well, to be healthier, to be better, to be happier, that sort of thing. So it really is, it's this really layered, ongoing process that really focuses on progress over perfection. And we also, talked about how just focusing in on one area of our wellness can really positively bleed into other areas of our wellness. So yeah, for me, it's just this really cool journey of, constantly discovering, new things about your own personal wellness.
Yeah, I just love the word wellness because there's so many different meanings, and like we've all said, it's very personal, it's a choice, and so it's just different areas that we think we can improve on, that these improvements are going to bring us happiness, and it's going to be that ripple effect into other areas of your health and wellness. So
yeah, and going back to that progress over perfection type thing, and we were mentioning about how some people think of like, if I'm to be a person that has good wellness, or that it's like I've got to get 8 hours of sleep and meditate so much per day and eat healthy all the time and get my exercise. And that's not the case. It's what is it that's for you? So, all right, Sarah's going to share talking this more about wellness. She's going to share her screen with us. Tell us what you're going to be sharing, Sarah.
Yeah, so I figured it might be helpful to see more of a technical kind of definition. And so this is a definition that Dr. John Travis really kind of broke down. For those of you guys that don't know, Dr. John Travis is kind of like the father of wellness. He founded the first wellness institute in the world in California in, I think, 1974, 1975. So he's done like what we know about wellness, and all of the work that's been done with wellness, and educating individuals and that sort of thing really stems from his work in it. And so he has a really great bulleted definition that I wanted to share with you guys and for us to talk about. And the first thing he talks about is that wellness is a choice. It's a decision you make to move toward optimal health. And I think the three of us in each of our individual definitions of wellness agree on that. What do you guys think?
yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
And then it's great. He goes on to say that wellness is a way of life, right? It's this lifestyle that you design to achieve your highest potential for well-being. And again, it's something we've all highlighted in our own personal definitions, is that wellness is about the individual, right? It's not, it's not about what, I think is what your wellness should be, or what Coach Jen thinks your wellness should be. It's, it's a really personal journey, and it's a process.
Yeah. And
right?
it's like, and it is like, as far as it's not something that you just do on the side. I think as far as like it's just incorporating in everything that you do in life. And if you're not used to that, if you're not used to thinking about your health and wellness, but like a little side thing, it's okay. But little bitty pieces of starting as we were talking about, makes huge differences in getting you where you would like to go.
Yeah. And the lifestyle piece is what we do here, right? Like that's what we want to help people achieve, is making it a way of life.
Yes. Yeah.
And part of that process, and I think Jen, you really touched on this, is in your personal definition, is developing an awareness, right? That there's no end point, but that health and happiness are possible in each moment, here and now, right?
Yeah.
And you talked about how, part of your own personal wellness is being aware of what's going on within you, and kind of exploring when something isn't feeling right mentally, physically, sleep, whatever, that you explore what else is going on in your body, in your life, that's affecting.
I don't know if that's come with, as I've gotten older too. Before, you just kind of push through things, or you brush it aside as, oh, that won't be a big deal. Things will get better, get easier later, or, it'll just go away, instead of realizing actually that's not always the case. And I've got to be a little bit more proactive to figure out how to make those changes that are affecting me in ways that I'm not, I don't like. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and this part, he talks about it being a balanced channeling of energy, right? Energy received from the environment, transformed within you, and returned to affect the world around you, right? And so, so many things in our environment can affect our overall well-being. And so if we are consuming those environmental factors in a negative way, the output that we're going to put into the world is not going to be the most positive, right? So not only is our wellness journey personal to us, but it affects how we operate with other people. It affects how we operate on the daily in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I really like that one, because I think, it's sometimes maybe hard to find that balance. And so with our wellness, like finding that balance is going to be key for sure, with our energy and the things around us and within us as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think this next bullet is something that the majority of the population understands about wellness, is the integration of body, mind, and spirit. I think that's something, because wellness is such a buzzword, right? We talked about that. But I think if you were to ask most people, they would talk about that integration of body, mind, and spirit. And we all talked about that in our definitions, how focusing on one dimension of wellness in a positive way can positively affect the other dimensions of wellness, right? Body, mind, spirit.
Yeah.
And then it has, how you think, how you feel, how you operate affects, your own health and well-being.
Yeah.
As well as how you operate in the world. So, and then the last bullet is probably one of the most profound, is that wellness is the loving acceptance of yourself. And we are our own worst critics.
Yeah.
And we can always look at ourselves in the mirror and say, we are not doing well enough, instead of looking, in the mirror and saying, you know what, we're going to keep going. We're just going to keep working, and you're doing a great job at this. And look at the potential for growth that you have, and that sort of thing. So really accepting yourself and loving yourself is a, major pillar of being well.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like, taking care of these areas, spending time, especially when you don't think you have time. We always challenge people, if they don't think they have time to get movement or to do like, other areas of wellness, and we challenge you just to try it. And usually you find that you do, but that is, it's not, so it is taking care of yourself as an act of love for yourself. You know, a lot of times, especially I'm just bringing up with for example, with like, you know, not eating well, and it's usually because it's a pleasurable thing for yourself, but it's actually doing you more harm than good. It's really not showing the most love for yourself and your body. And then I always like to say, as far as your family and society and for those around you and stuff, you know, that actually taking the time to take care of your well-being is actually an act of love for yourself, and then also as well as for your family and those around you, because you can better serve them and be there for them. You know, a lot of reasons why some people come to us is because, you know, they're seeing that as their kids are getting older, they have grandchildren now, and they want to be active and around for them. But it is, you know, it is a mindset thing, and accepting, okay, where you are, and, you know, that, as you're saying, so you're looking at things differently, and that how you can make those changes, and what you eat, what your scale says, you know, what your stress level doesn't define you. That doesn't define you. So
yeah, I just love that last bullet, because it kind of just wraps everything up, like why we choose to go on this wellness journey. Like, we're choosing to be better for ourselves and to love ourselves, and we're going to be happier in the end. You know, we're taking care of ourselves. Like you said, Jen, it's an act of love for us. So
yeah, starting your wellness journey with that last bullet, like that can just completely change things.
It
right
can.
Thinking of, you know, just starting there. So you know, I'm glad that I was able to share this today, because I think people get overwhelmed sometimes when they hear wellness, and you highlighted in the last video, Jen, that it's, you know, some people think of wellness as this unattainable thing, right? If I can't do X, Y, and Z perfectly, then why bother? That kind of all or nothing. But going through this more technical definition by really our founder of wellness, it shows us that everything the three of us said in our own personal definitions of wellness all fell in to this. You know, it's multi-layered, multifaceted, multidimensional, and you know, everybody can do it. You know, there's nothing that's stopping you. So thank you, ladies, for letting me share.
No, thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you.
Yeah. Yep. So if, you know, that's Sarah saying, we believe that it doesn't matter how busy and crazy and your schedule and life is, that your wellness does not have to suffer because of that. And you may actually know that, but sometimes implementing that can be a big struggle as you're trying to figure out, how can I fit in? Where do I get started? I know the right things I need to be doing. I'm just not sure how to implement it in a way where it can be successful, sustainable, because that's what we're here about. And so if you're one of those that's you know, dealing with that, then set up a call with us. Schedule a time to talk with us, share with your story, get paired with one of us, and to get you started on this wellness journey that you are really seeking and wanting. So be sure to do that. Also, be sure to also subscribe so you get updates on our next coaches chat. You never know what we're going to be talking about, but we would, again, in the comments, share with us what, you know, if any of these points really struck you. Share with us in the comments, as well as let us know other topics that you want us to discuss, because we want nothing more than the best health and wellness for yourself. So, all right, anything else, ladies, you want to end with?
Love yourself.
No. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You're right. Go and love yourself by taking care of yourself in a good way. All right, ladies. All right. Well, until next time, we'll see y'all.
All right. Bye.
Bye.